Welcome back to the Black Vault Radio. We're finishing up with myself. It's weird to say, but per your request, per popular demand over the last few weeks, I'm taking your questions, dealing with Black Vault members and new members and people that don't want to register but wanted to submit their questions anyway. You guys wanted a show devoted to your questions? Well, here you go. And guess what? You guys were right. This was a good idea because I didn't even get through half of the questions that I picked for the show, which were probably 3 or 4% of the entire massive onslaught of emails that I received asking all of your questions. Now, to finish up the show, I want to tell you about a new venture that the Black Vault is undergoing, because throughout this hour, we really talked about the Freedom of Information Act as a whole in relation to the UFO topic, but also in a much broader sense, but also the UFO issue, the media, how it plays a role. Will disclosure happen? Well, about 2 years ago, I started what's called the Black Vault Encyclopedia Project. For those of you that are familiar with Wikipedia, well, it's based very much on the same engine that runs Wikipedia. What I'm trying to do is compile researchers from around the globe and the research into one central location for anybody to download. It's a place where anybody can log in, read, download, and even submit their research. If you want people to be able to edit it, people can edit it. If you don't want them, you can lock and protect the page, no problem. But it's a central location, not a single advertisement on the page. I want to point that out because I'm not trying to profit off of anybody. I have a mega server that runs theblackvault.com. It has to be for all of you guys visiting and downloading all of that information, and even the Black Vault Radio all run through this one central location. Well, the Black Vault Encyclopedia Project is that centralized source for this UFO information. In my eyes, in my opinion, and forgive me using the term, to me this is a way that disclosure can happen. Because I have received tons of letters from people that aren't familiar with the UFO topic. They're not, quote-unquote, part of the UFO community, but what they are curious. And they began downloading the UFO videos, and I want to profile this section in particular, because the Black Vault Encyclopedia Project is archiving UFO case files from around the globe from all of history. And I don't have an exact count of how many case files are in, but with the cooperation and contributions from the Mutual UFO Network, or MUFON, with the cooperation and contributions from the UFO Casebook, the database is growing at a very, very fast rate. And it's becoming quickly one of the largest places to download UFO footage. Even some of the clips that I've added are in excess of an hour long. It's amazing how much video footage is taken from around the globe. Well, I put out a notice a few months ago for people to submit their UFO footage, research, and so on, because I can host that for you for free. Again, I point out, on the Encyclopedia Project, when you're looking at the case files, when you're reading through the written material, not a single advertisement, because I want to offer that centralized resource for the UFO community so that disclosure, in the definition that I believe it is, can take place. If you go to www.theblackvault.com, click on Encyclopedia and check it out. Go to the UFO section. You'll see UFO case file database. Tells you how to upload videos, or I'll help you. Write me directly. I want that information because it is so incredibly valuable. I can devote a whole show just to that. And you know what? We're out of time. I wanted to thank you all for your questions. I'll seriously consider doing a second hour. But I wanted to welcome all of the new listeners to the Black Vault Radio, if you're listening via theblackvault.com, but also a very warm welcome to all those listening on the Paranormal Radio Network, now carrying and syndicating the Black Vault Radio, and the Anomaly Radio Network, also syndicating the Black Vault Radio. Thank you so much for your support, your time, and your dedication. Again, disclosures with you and I. We'll see you next time on the Black Vault Radio. On the Black Vault, you can download documents that prove that the United States Air Force bases have been breached by UFOs, their restricted airspace, that missile silos have mysteriously been shut down due to UFOs hovering over the base, I think you download that and you read it, you conclude, yeah, okay, UFOs pose a national security threat to the U.S. government.
Words you were never meant to hear.
It's clear we're dealing with a cosmic Watergate.
This is the biggest secret in the history of the human rights, the known modern history of government.
Photos you were never meant to see. Video you never knew existed. People you were never meant to meet.
As Jack Nicholson would say, you can't handle the truth.
Essentially everything that you would want to know has been covered up.
Things you were never meant to know about.
Out in the universe, they were horrified. They said, oh my God, the kids have found the matches.
We are being engaged as a planet and as a species by other beings.
The biggest secret in the history of our world is about to be revealed.
We're dealing with a big, big story. It's not just them. As I said, if it was that simple, it would probably been out some time back. It's really about us.